Dominique Malonga, Bienvenue au Courtside Club. Now you're getting ready for the WNBA draft. Have you thought about it much?
Yeah, I'm so excited because I dreamed of it, of course. Sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm really going to the draft, so yeah, it's just so amazing to me and I can't wait to be there.
Your game has been compared also to Victor Wembanyama. How do you feel about that?
I watch him playing because, of course, we have some similarity. I would say the size, like, the outside game that we can have sometimes, but I'm like myself and I'm building my own identity. Okay, now.
Okay, what was that?
Now is a good one.
So you're gonna do that in the WNBA too, right?
I hope so.
We need to see that. Have there been any players that stood out to you that you're a fan of?
Yeah, I would say Stewie, of course, because I really love how smooth she is. Like, I love the fadeaway. That's my go-to move, and she ran it so well. So yeah, I really love this player.
Dominique Malonga, Bienvenue au Courtside Club.
Nice, that's a nice
Did I say it right?
Yeah,
okay, cool. Thank you so much. I am here in France with you today. So excited to be able to sit down with you. I know that you were super busy and you've also had a super busy year. You had Olympics, you had a full season here in France, and now you're getting ready for the WNBA draft. Have you thought about it much? It's just around the corner.
Yeah, I'm so excited because I dreamed of it, of course, and so now it's like in 2-3 weeks, so like sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm really going to the draft, so yeah, it's just so amazing to me and I can't wait to be there.
Has there been anything about your game that you've been working on this season to get ready for the W?
Yeah, of course, because I know like the W is a really tough league where you need to be like physically prepared. So that's why the focus that I made this season on my physique, on my toughness on the court, and also on my skills to have all the response to the adversity that are going to be faced in the league.
It's definitely physical.
Yeah, it is.
When you watch it, and especially when rookies come in.
Yeah.
They like to let you know.
Special treatment.
Yeah.
I know the rookie treatment, so I need to get prepared to that.
They're going to rough you up a little bit, say, welcome to the WNBA.
Exactly. Yeah.
Have you been watching any of the games, or maybe last season?
Yeah, I really watched last season to the final, like the great finals games. I really watched it, and I also watched not the same but Unrivaled.
Yeah,
the 3-on-3 because it's still WNBA player. It was still a physical league, like really interesting to watch because it was another kind of game, but the same players. So I really get inspired by all that game, and so I think I really getting familiar to it.
Yeah. Have there been any players that stood out to you that you're a fan of?
Yeah, I would say Stewie, of course, because I really love how smooth she is. Like, I love the fadeaway. That's my go-to move, and she ran it so well. So yeah, I really love this player.
Stewie?
Yeah.
Is there anybody that you're nervous to maybe have to go up against?
I wouldn't say nervous because, I would say I can't wait to play against them because
excited.
I'm so excited, of course, because it's great player. When I think about Asia Wilson, Griner, all that post player that really impact the game, I can say that I can't wait to play against them because it's really put me in front of great players and how will I respond to their adversity, how great they are and how how they play, and to keep getting inspired by them and keep improving my game through playing against them.
You're still pretty young, and obviously you're taking a different path from, obviously in the United States, the girls go to college, play there for a while, and then when they go to the WNBA, they're 21, 22. You're going in young, but you have been playing professional basketball for a while. What do you think has prepared you here to then translate to the WNBA? Is there anything different about the French game?
Yeah, I think it's different because, as you said, I started playing professional very young at the age of 15. So I think I'm used to this professional level. And I would say that in French, we have really a tough league too, physical league with great players. We have players that are calling now for the training camps also because we are really a high-level league. So I really learned in this league because I started to have more and more minutes here and to play and to carry a team. I remember last year bring my team with my teammates to the semifinals of French Cup, the semifinal of French League. So we really made great achievement with such a young age, I would say. So of course, I learned a lot of things. And now this season too, we went to semi-final of Euro Cup. we're still in playoff in French League, so only great experience, like high-level game with high-level players, players who plays on national teams, because we have also like European basketball, which is really high-level basketball now, and I remember like the Olympics playing against all that player. Like I really have so much high-level games those past 3 years, and I really learn and getting better thanks to those games, and I improve on my body, my physicality, toughness on the court, and all that. So I think even if it's a different path, I'm not in America, I'm not in NCAA, but I really learned here in France, in my home country, and it gave me everything, and now I can say that I'm ready.
It's a big stage, a lot of pressure for some of these. And let's talk about the Olympics a little bit, because you were there on the biggest stage. And some of your teammates also already play in the WNBA. Marine Johannès, she just announced that she's going back to play in New York. What was it like to play with her?
No, it was nice because I played also with her in Lyon before, not only in national team. I already played in French league with her, and like she's a great player. Like,
she's so good.
You see, like she is doing amazing things. So of course, being aside to that kind of player, because I also played with Gabby Williams also, and so being around that high level player that like do just great thing on the court, you just look at them and you're like, okay, I'm gonna do the same, like at your level, but you're getting inspired from them, of course. And so it was just nice because she's a nice person too. I like her, so she was always like giving advice, talking to us, the young. And so I learned also from watching her, and but I would say just being alongside great player makes you better for sure. So
you were next to the guys too.
Yeah.
So your game has been compared also to Victor Wembanyama. How do you feel about that? Because he's a star already in the NBA.
It started with Tony Parker recruiting me here. It was like, okay, she's the female Wemby. He's the one who said that first, and then it's gaining like everywhere. I would say that it's nice because being compared to Victor, it's nice because he's a like great player. Of course, he's also young, like 21 years old, I think.
Yeah, when he came, I think he was about the same age as you.
Not so far than me. So, and the thing that he's doing is so amazing. So of course, being compared to him, it's like an honor, I would say. But I just want to make sure that like I don't lose my identity in that. I still have my game. I'm like myself. And when I'm on the court, I'm playing as Dominique Malonga, not as Victor. And I don't want to do the same as him or to like copy him in what he does. But of course, I'm getting inspired by him. I watch him playing because, of course, we have some similarity. I would say the size, like, the outside game that we can have sometimes. So, of course, I'm watching him, but I'm like myself, and I try to keep going, building my own identity.
Yeah, I think your guys' ability to you're so tall, obviously, but you can shoot from the outside. You guys both run the floor well. Yeah. Defensively as well, I feel like that's something both of you guys take a lot of pride in your defense, so there's similarities there. Did you get to speak with him at all at the Olympics?
Yeah, not really at the Olympics because we, like the men's teams, like we were not really in the same spot because they were in the Olympic village and stuff. So not really at the Olympics, but it was in Asvel 1 year, so I met him there, and even before. We from the same hometown, Nanterre, so I know him since a lot of years, but we're not like close friends. But before we used to talk sometimes, and he has some great advice too. And we are in the same agency, so sometimes we can cross each other. So
What's the best advice he's given you?
I mean, not really an advice, but the thing that he's like, he has so much confidence on himself. Like he knows who he is, and he just go out there and just play like without pressure and without thinking.
Yeah. So besides playing basketball on the court, what was your favorite part about the Olympic experience?
I would say being around all that like high-level athlete, like not even basketball, but just like all the sports. It was amazing because you just crossing the village and you next to the track and field athlete, like all the swimmer, like everybody. And it was just like a small community. You go to eat together, to just like, you live together for a week or two. So that was the great part, just to meet people, to connect, and to discover all the sports, or the people, and just to learn like how beautiful is the sport, because it just like bring people together.
Yeah. Was there anyone that was your favorite who you met, or maybe you saw?
I saw Nikola Jokic, and I made a picture with him. So
cool.
I was kind of happy with that picture, because he's like, Jokic.
He's one of the best in the world.
And the fact that he's just like, himself. You see him in the outside of the court. Sometimes you cannot tell that he's a basketball player. And that was so funny about him, seeing him like having fun with all his teammates. It was like nice.
Even sometimes on the court, he's just like having a good time, and then he has 40 points and 20 rebounds, and you said, huh? What's going on?
What's going on?
He's so good.
You don't see him scoring,
Right. Well, that had to be such an amazing experience, and you have so much more to come. You're finishing out your French season here, but to get your game familiar with our courtside audience, because maybe they haven't been able to watch you play as much, for halftime, I want to go over some of your highlights, if that's cool with you.
Let's go.
Okay, cool. All right, so this game, I believe you had 32 points.
Yeah, I remember.
There's some fun stuff in here, so you walk us through what's going on.
So first bucket, pick and roll. I would say go to move, because pick and roll, like, find me in the roll, find me in the paint is so easy for my teammates sometimes. So that was
a little defensive steal here.
Yeah, steal, and then run the floor. I like to run the floor, of course, because I know that sometimes I can be like faster than the other posts. So that's something that I do. Okay, now.
Oh, okay, what was that?
That was a good one.
Wait, we have to run that back a little bit. Okay. So wait, your teammate,
So I just scored, and I fell on the floor. And so I stayed there, and then steal, and then I was like wide open.
Then you had to dunk.
Yeah, and it was my second dunk of the season. My first was I think 2 games before.
Oh, okay.
Against Cyprus team.
So you're gonna do that in the WNBA too, right?
I hope so.
We need to see that.
I want to. Yeah. Here. Steal again. Give and go. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, that's you running the floor.
Drag, transition, peak, and then in the paint, easy to find. I love to play pick and roll with Stay, because she always find the good pass and then drive.
Well, on that one too, you didn't roll to the basket. You popped out.
I popped out and then played the closeout. Also can do that sometimes. Here, seal.
Little pin in the post.
Yeah, sometimes. I'm taller, so it's easy to do those kind of lob pass. Transition here. I see her late, so I just accelerate.
Running the floor again.
Blocked it. That was nice too.
Is that your favorite thing on defense?
Yeah, I love to block.
Blocks or steals?
Blocks. Blocks. Another steal, Good pass. Also, pick and roll, always used to stay. I love to play with her. Offensive rebound.
Little fade.
Yeah. Oh, sometimes I do that when, I'm kind of lazy. I don't want to contact, so I just get back. Get back at the base.
A bucket's a bucket, you know? I like the footwork.
Yeah.
I like the footwork there. First step is quick.
Yeah.
I think that's what
prevent the foul.
I think that's what makes you so hard to guard is they have to guard you at the 3, but when they do, you can also take people off the dribble.
Yeah.
And a lot of times the taller girls, you're faster than, sorry, but you're gonna have quicker foot speed. That was nice.
All that love pass. When I get used, to my teammates and to my team, after it's so easy to play with me because I always manage how to catch all the passes high, and so sometimes they don't know what to do, so they just throw the ball, and I just manage to
you
catch
just go
them.
get it.
Yeah. I can pass the ball also sometimes. Not often, but sometimes I pass the ball.
No, I think it's great. And then,
but that was a
then you guys
hell
get
of a game.
flowers after the game. I saw that with the game I came to. One player gets some flowers.
Like the MVP of the game just gets flowers.
I like that.
So, yeah.
What I noticed too when I was at your game in person is your court vision, right? So we talked about you being able to play all over the court, but also when you do drive, and sometimes you don't have it if there's 2 or 3 people on you, I've seen you kick out to the shooters or a little, dish to the cutter.
Yeah. I try to improve that because before I was just going into it, like just always try to like beat everybody, and so I didn't really have the ability to just put the head up and just like see my teammates, and I really work on that. And now I'm more and more able to do it, and that's why I have more and more assists in the stat sheet, because before I was like 0, 1 assist, and now I'm more like 3, 4. So it's something that I really want to improve, because of course people now in the league, especially, they see that I'm really like a scorer, I'm efficient, and so they come, they close, and I really work on that to also like involve my teammates in my plays.
Yeah. No, I could definitely see that. And then also with the high pick and roll, because that's something, obviously, when you get to those higher levels and you have a great point guard, you're going to be able to utilize that. What do you prefer? Do you prefer the roll? Do you prefer the pick and pop?
I would say before like only roll, because I really, I love to be in the paint, but now I really love to pop because I have all the options. I can shoot, I can drive, I can, even like pick, flare, pop, give and go. There is so much around the pick and pop. So now I really love that, because sometimes when you roll, like you're just in the paint, you have to see, blah, blah. It's like, it's a bit sometimes.
You got to get to work.
Pop, yeah, exactly. But sometimes in pop, you have the little shot, you have everything around. But I would say both, but more roll, of course, because I know that today I'm still more efficient in the paint, and of course, like with my size, I cannot be outside like the whole game long. So I would say roll still, because I have to work.
Let's talk a little bit about Tony Parker recruiting you. What was that like?
That's a great story, because it was surprising to me, because before, as I say, I was recruited here at the age of 15. So before I was in INSEP. I don't know if you know this. It's a formation center for us when you are in high school. You have those 3 years where you are in like what we call a formation center, I would say. Here in Israel there's one too, and every like pro club has one. And INSEP is like the best one, and when you are there, you're playing 3rd division the first year, and then 2nd division the third and 2nd and 3rd year. So I was there, and I went there 1 year in advance, so I was in 9th grade for you, I think.
Like 14? Maybe years
13,
old? 13.
Because I was born in November, so always.
So you're a little younger.
Younger,
yeah.
So I was 13, and it was my 2nd year there, and I was supposed to do 4 years there instead of 3, because I have 1 year more. And at the end, like end of my 2nd year, I already was in touch with my actual agent, Jeremy, and he's like close to Tony. And he told me I had a great game there, because we have this game where the first year play against those who do the test to go into
the I would be like we would probably call it like a development league or school or academy.
Yeah, academy. We can call it like an academy.
Okay, yeah.
Academy. Okay. So the first year they play against the girl who did the test to get in. So I played, and I had like a great game, like complete game, threes, the drive, everything, like really great game. And so he just said, okay, I showed your game to Tony, and he loved that, and he was like, okay, she has nothing to do anymore with the kids, I would say. She needs to be pro right now, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, I know Tony Parker, of course, and I was like, the actual Tony Parker is saying that I need to be pro like tomorrow, and I have nothing to do here. So I speak to my parents, and they were like, you cannot like miss the opportunity. It's like a great opportunity, and you have to take it. And so I would say 2 weeks after that, Tony called me and my family. They said, okay, you come to Lyon right now, you come to visit the city, you come to visit the school, because I was in the Tony Parker Academy that he has now here in Lyon. Cool. He has an academy. Yeah. And so I went there for 2 years, and I was living there, but I was playing with the pro here. And so he rent us like a private jet to come to Paris. Paris.
Big time.
I was all the stars in my eyes, everything. So private jet, Paris to Lyon, great dinner, big chef, like everything, just to tell me, okay, I see your potential. You'll become a great player. You need to come here. I will do this, this, this. And I was like, okay, I cannot miss this opportunity, you know. And so at 15 I was there. That's so cool. Now it's a great story, because that's what launched me, I would say. Yeah. Here, because if I choose the normal path with all the years, I would be pro only last year. They will be my second year, but now it's my 4th year. So you've
had so much experience in that time,
Since when my people at my age were still learning at school, I was already playing with the big players. As I say, I went here, and it was the time where Asvel was full of great players like Marine Johannès, Gabi Williams, Alexa Charteau, Elena Siak, I play also with Sandrine Gruda, really big players. So it was just amazing to me, because I learned so much these 2 years, 3 years, sorry, but yeah.
And you stayed humble too. That'd be crazy if you're 15 years old and a former NBA superstar says gives you praise like that. That's pretty cool. Have you guys stayed in touch since then? Has he?
Yeah, of course, because he's the president of the club. So for sure, we just see him around, and he came to the big games, and so of course we're not chatting every day, but he keep an eye, I think, and yes.
He's in your corner. He's cheering for you. Yeah.
I hope so, because he bring me here. So
yeah. So you have a little time left here in Lyon before obviously you go to the States for the summer. What are your goals for the rest of the season?
For the rest of the season, of course, is to do the best we can in the playoffs. They start just after the draft. I come back to the draft today after I have the first game of the playoffs, so it's gonna be quick.
Wait. So you're gonna go to draft and then come back?
And then come back, yeah.
You're busy. And then you're gonna go back.
And then go back.
Because you only have maybe 3 weeks until start of the season, right? Between draft and...
I would say I will go here till we lose with my team as well. So I will go the further I can. I will see with the franchise who's gonna draft me. They're gonna tell me what they want, and I'm gonna explain to them that but can I just finish the season here? To do all the things great, because Lyon were so good to me, so I really want to give back to them, give everything I have till the last second, of course. So the goal is to go to the playoff, go out there and play. We never know, we're 7th spot now, but everything can happen in the playoff, we know that. So we just go out there and just play. I will give my best and bring Lyon as far as we can. That's the goal.
Get a nice win before you go over to the States. That's a good little send-off.
Yeah, this weekend, Sunday, we have the last game of the regular season. So, the goal is to have the win, to finish well the regular season, to have all the confidence to enter in the playoffs and to have a great tournament. Yeah.
That's so cool. Well, I mean, your schedule is absolutely insane.
Like this.
She just came from practice also, so I appreciate you taking the time to come on Courtside Club. Our audience is already a fan of yours. They're a fan of the WNBA, and your name has been, brought up quite a bit in the media, obviously anticipating the WNBA draft. So I'm excited for American fans to get to know you better as well. Also, you're very sweet and humble and very easy to be a fan of. So before I let you go, I have 2 buzzer beater questions for you. We do this every episode on the Courtside Club. So who is one person that you would love to see sitting courtside at one of your games?
LeBron.
LeBron? Okay.
Yeah.
Did you meet him at Olympics?
No.
You maybe just saw him?
Not even, because, we were so busy, so I couldn't watch any game or any sport, anything. It's a shame, I know, because it was so next to me. So close, but no, I couldn't meet him, no.
Maybe one of your
I saw
WNBA
him
games.
so far because you remember the opening ceremony?
Yeah. You guys were on boats, right?
On boats, exactly. And like their boat was just in front of us. So I could see him like from there, but that's it.
Fun. Okay, and who is one person, dead or alive, that you would like to sit courtside with?
Sit with?
Yeah. Chat about the game, cheer on the team.
I would say Giannis Antetokounmpo because he's so funny. He's so funny, like he bad jokes and everything. Like, you know, I think you can have like a fun with him.
Yeah, that would be really fun. And last one for you. What is one event in history, it could be a sporting event, that you would have loved to have been courtside for?
I would say one Chicago Bulls championship game. Yeah.
Okay.
One of them, I don't know.
Maybe the shot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the great epoch. Yeah.
That was really fun. Well, Dominique, thank you so much once again for coming on Courtside Club. Also, let everyone know where they can follow you on social media.
Well, you can follow me on Instagram, Dominique Malonga, is it fine, I think. And then that's it, that's all I use.
Perfect. That's all we need.
Yeah,
just Instagram.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, it was nice.
Oh, wait, how do we say goodbye in French?
Au revoir.
Au revoir. Did I do it? Yeah.